New managers add considerably to their own stress levels by confusing the two ideas of urgency and importance, and they are not the same thing at all. In his seminal book, The Seven Habits of Highly Effective People, Stephen Covey came up with this 4-quadrant graphic. And it's still very valid today, and I recommend that you get your own copy or make your own copy of this, and here's how you use it. Quadrant 1 is things that are important and urgent. Now, I can't tell from your job what falls into that quadrant, but you can. You just have to take a look at the tasks that are on your daily to-do list, the things that are taking up your time, and decide, is this important and is it urgent? If it's urgent, it automatically adds stress. But if it's urgent, it probably still has to take a high priority in your work day. Quadrant 2 is important but not urgent. So it might be an important report, for example, that you have to produce, but you don't have to do it for the next 2 to 3 weeks. So yes, it is important, but it's not urgent yet. Quadrant 3 is things that are urgent and not important. This is where all the unnecessary stress lies. Because just because it's urgent to somebody else, but it's not important to you. And so this is where we take on other people's deadlines. This is where we are being asked to catch the balls that other people have dropped. So be very careful about how much work that you are doing that falls into this quadrant. The 4th quadrant is things that are not important and not urgent. Take a good look at those. Sometimes what can happen here is, especially when you're new, perhaps there's a report that your predecessor did for years, automatically every week or every month, and handed it in, and it's long since ceased to be of any value or of importance. So you're still doing it, but it's not important and it's not urgent. If you suspect that you are doing something like that, have a word with the person you're submitting it to and find out if there's a better way of doing it. Because the fact is that if it's here, if it's not important and it's not urgent, stop doing it. If it's important and urgent to somebody else, let them deal with it, but you stop doing it. Now, some people would argue that most of your effort should go into the things that are in quadrant 1. I disagree with that. I like to put most of my work in segment 2. Things that, yes, they are important, but they're not urgent. So if that report isn't due for another 2 or 3 weeks, but it's important, I have the time now to take to do it properly and to give it the effort that it requires without going into a panic because it's become urgent. And why I say this is the important one is if you concentrate your time and effort here, many things will never get to quadrant 1. And that's the way you want it as a manager. So here's what I recommend. Look at your to-do list now, the things that are on your list currently to do, and put each item in one of these quadrants. This is a great tool to help, and you should do this every day or all the time. And this will help you to identify the importance and the urgency of everything that's on your list. That will help you get the important things done, and it will greatly reduce your stress level.